Yeah, welcome people. Welcome to the Real Chelsea content show. We're doing the Leeds Chelsea preview, plus many other topics we have to discuss. Some points from Tuchel today from his press conference, and quite a few things, lineups, whatever. The thing is, the problem is, I think we got 3 players out. The most important is out. N'Golo Kante is out for a few weeks, and Kovacic is still out, and now Broja is out, but Tuchel said it's only for a few days, so Broja should be back after tomorrow's game. So we're going to be without Conte, Broja, Kovacic for tomorrow, but everyone else has been training. So let's see who we think we're going to pick. Before I say anything else, let's welcome to the panelists. Let's welcome Stav. Stav, how are you? Stav?
Evening. Yeah, evening. Nice to be back on again. Like I'm 2 hours ahead of you, but so be it. I've got Sky News, sports news in the background.
Don't put it too loud because we don't want to hear that.
No, it's not loud. It's not loud.
Yeah. Anyway, at the moment, Addy's here, but he's got a technical problem. He's trying to fix it. Yes, so it's me and Stav at the moment. Yes, we can start. I'll start with Stav. See what you think about the injuries. Tuchel's words today.
Oh, his press conference.
Yeah. Well, N'Golo Kante and everything.
Yeah, you're cutting up badly as well.
No.
You need to be closer to the modem.
Is your mic on? Put it on mute now. When I'm talking, put it on mute, and then I'll put mine on mute. When you're talking, it's clear, see? We have to be on mute, that's why. Right, go ahead. I'll put mine on mute.
Yeah, I didn't really watch it. I saw a bit about the situation with Conte and that. So I already knew that about the injuries. Pulisic is back in training, but he's not sure if he's going to play either. So depends how he went in training. Nothing much has changed. At the end of the day, you're basically talking about one defensive mid, which would be Kante and Kovacic both out. So he's probably going to play Gallagher there.
Yeah, carry on, Stav. I just want to certify the link. Carry on with the show. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we got, the only one I'm very worried is Kante, of course. Like Tuchel said, he was 100% before that injury. It looks like, let's see what he does. Will he bring Gallagher into it? We have to see. We will do the lineups later. Yeah. And the other talking point, which is been going on since last week, Mike Dean and Anthony Taylor. Mike Dean came out saying that he made a mistake. He admitted the mistake. But what's that good to us now? That's not good. I don't forgive it. Him and Anthony Taylor, they don't deserve any forgiveness from no one. Like I said, they should be banned for life. But let's see what happens with that. He's trying to get out of it. What sort of I made a mistake. What's that mean? I don't understand it myself. Like, even Tuchel doesn't understand what he's trying to say. Stav, go ahead, Stav.
Yeah, I thought the biggest mistake was by Taylor because he stood in a good place. He had a good view of it. There's no way he's missed that. in the case of Mike Dean, he probably didn't want to counter Taylor. I just think Taylor's got an issue with Chelsea. It's been too often, but he's not going to get banned, and they're not going to stop sending him to our games. So hopefully, Tuchel's words will have had a bit of the Jose effect, and they'll think twice next time. I can't remember. I know it might have been Mike Dean anyway. I know against Tottenham in the Cup, if he was really against Chelsea, he could have given a penalty and sent Kepa off. He could have allowed the goal to stand. I think it was Mike Dean. So I just think it's a case of, with VAR, it shouldn't be ex-referees, or there should be an ex-player there to talk to the ex-referee and have a say on what's going on. Because if it's just always going to be ex-referees, or get a foreign referee in who can speak English, it works pretty well in other countries. So we have got the worst referees I've seen. They're nearly as bad as Cypriot referees, but VAR's awful. You couldn't miss that. He just don't want like Mike Dean. VAR would never question him because he hated being questioned. So he's probably got that in the back of his head or his mind, that because he didn't like being questioned by VAR, he doesn't want to do it. But what's the point of having it then? Just get foreign referees, or if you're going to have English referees, get an ex-player on to sit next to them and give them a bit of a reality check. But it's ridiculous. The other thing is these Conte has been fined 15,000, but no ban, and Tuchel's been fined 35,000, 1 game ban, but it's temporarily suspended because I believe Conte has appealed against it. If they're going to try and use Mike Dean's admitting that he got it wrong as part of his appeal, I don't see that working. I just think that Tuchel's not going to get away with it because they're not going to accept that either. If he just had a shout at the fourth official or something like that, he might get away with it. But because he was involved with the other manager, and then he did it in the press conference, and he basically carried it on. So I'll be surprised if Tuchel gets let off with it. But for Conte, 15,000 fine. What's that? Nothing to him, is it? It's petty cash.
Yes. I agree. I mean, yeah, we want him to be banned, Anthony Taylor, but he will referee again. But when it comes to Chelsea, he's going to get a lot of stick. And the thing I'm worried about, it could lead to one of our fans. It could easily lead to someone attacking him. Somehow, someone's going to lose it, and we'll attack him. And that'd be the end of that fan because of this silly referee. So it's not nice. He shouldn't be allowed to referee for a Chelsea game. That's why
we'll just have to hope you're not there then.
Yeah, because I know, I'm more mature now. I'm a lot older than I was those years.
Sometimes you do confuse me.
Yeah, I
mean, you don't always show that maturity, do you? But that's life.
I'm a good actor. I like to, I like to wind up some people on the channels. Makes me laugh because they take it so serious. I'll take Chelsea serious, of course, but some people deserve to be bantered. Like I do. Like who I'll do it to as well. people who deserve it. Yeah. So anyway, let's go back to the topic. Yeah, I'm just waiting for Certified to come in. Let me just check again if he's there. No, he's not. Yeah. Yeah, so really, something bad will happen in the end if he carries on refereeing our games. That's guaranteed. It won't be me, be someone else, probably my twin brother or someone. Yeah. So, yeah, it's very hard. And then Mike Dean, what's he, I can't understand Mike Dean. I think he's supposed to retire next season. But what's he doing in that VAR? At least, like Tuku said today, at least Mike Dean should have call Anthony Taylor to look at the monitor, and he didn't. So I don't blame Anthony Taylor for that, because Mike Dean wasn't doing his job.
Well, like I said, I was saying, right, when Mike Dean was referee, he didn't like VAR going against him. So he's probably got that in the back of his head, because he's not refereeing anymore. It's just VAR, right? And he probably didn't want to question it. So at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
They're just bad. I don't want to start saying that the Bents or the Crooks, right? But you just have some referees who just have their own issues and agendas, and I don't understand Taylor's. Because
and Mike Dean, God help us if he bar season. He ain't gonna give us that's for sure.
Yeah, but Mike Dean, his last game was one of our games, and he was okay.
Was
and
he?
He was okay, and I'm pretty sure he did one of the Tottenham games. I think it was him. He could have sent Kepa off and give a penalty, and he could have allowed a goal to stand. I'm pretty sure it was him. He did. He's not. Listen, he's not as bad, right? Mike Dean's problem is
about
Mike Dean. Yeah, his problem. Go on.
Yeah, Mike Dean. If you remember, was it 2 seasons ago? I went to the Chelsea Man United game. We lost 2-0, and he was the referee, Mike Dean, and Maguire kicked Aspie's leg so hard, we thought he was broke. It was a miracle he didn't break his leg, and he didn't even give him a yellow card for that. I'll never forget and we give him abuse after that. Same as Taylor, he's another one. He's a United fan. Taylor's a Liverpool fan, and they can't say they're not, because they are. And then, if they say that they're not, they're lying. They will do anything to stop Chelsea, anything. And these two have to go. Like I keep saying, they should be banned for life. And look, Anthony Taylor is supposed to referee in the World Cup. All right, it's not Chelsea won't be there, but he's not a top referee for me. He's a biased. I don't want to say anymore, because it's not nice to say words on here. But what I think about him and Mike Dean. I don't want to say anything else, because I might get into trouble. Yeah. Yeah. So it's very bad. Yeah. Go ahead, Steph.
Yeah, like I said, I don't want to talk for too long about referees. The game's gone, it's done. Can't change anything. Mike Dean's actually a Tranmere season ticket holder, so he's a Tranmere fan. And Taylor supports Altrincham, but obviously they can still have an agenda against Chelsea. I don't think it's pro other club. I think it's just a dislike of Chelsea. So, but I don't really want to talk about referees. We can't change it. 2 points are gone. We move on, and we have to carry on. I've just heard now that Ajax are thinking of getting Ziyech back. They're thinking of selling Anthony to Man United and replacing him with Ziyech. But it depends if they can afford, and if Ziyech's willing to take a pay cut. But the thing is, I don't think he's on that great a salary anyway. I think he's in the low 100 and something, right? And if they're going to get a fortune for Anthony, they can afford to subsidise his salary anyway. So I think it'd be a good sign for them to take him back if they're going to let Anthony go. But I would have liked to have seen us use Ziyech to get Anthony, but he's not going to fit into Tuchel's system either. So, but anyway, what are you doing? Anyway, so like that's the latest thing that's come up on Sky Sports about Ziyech possibly going back to Ajax, which makes sense. He gets Champions League football still. He's chasing a league title. So for him, it's good. And Ajax can afford his salary by subsidising him with the money that they get for Anthony, because they're after 70, 80 million. They won't get 80, but they might get 60, 65. And they can afford to subsidise his salary. So Man United were supposed to be interested in him, but Anthony's their main target. So I think Ziyech's definitely leaving. I don't think Tuchel really wants him, but that's neither here nor there. Sunday against Leeds, I think it'll be harder than last year. I've heard Bamford's going to be on the bench. Another one of our young players that departed to pastures new. And it's going to be a tough game. I could be wrong, but I think it's going to be a tough game. And I think I've read that Middlesbrough have an interest in Ampadu, but I don't think he'll want to drop down to the Championship. And that's another disappointment for me. And he shouldn't be allowed to leave anyway until we replace him. Should get a player in first and then replace him. I'd rather he stayed.
Stuff.
Max?
Max.
As in Max Burton.
Yeah, welcome, Max.
Hey guys, I could only stay for about 20 minutes before I'll come and support the channel. Yeah. Hey there, guys.
Stav is here with me.
Hi, Stav.
Someone certifies on the way as well. Anyway, I'll let Max go because he's only got 20 minutes.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Take it over, Max.
What are we discussing the game tomorrow?
Yeah,
Sunday,
the game, the lineups and all that usual things. Plus, we already talked about Mike Dean and Anthony Taylor. That will be discussed every show till we get rid of.
Don't get me started on that. Yeah.
I saw you. You really gave a great show. You feel the same as I do, and they deserve it.
Yeah. The one who should be fined is not Tuchel. They should be fining Anthony Taylor and Mike Dean. Those are the people they should be fining.
Yeah,
because it was just blatant cheating. That's all I can call it. Because if he said in retrospect he should have given it, Mike Dean is meant to be an experienced referee. He's been refereeing for years. If it was a novice who did that, then
Max, are you there? Stav, can you hear Max?
No, I can't.
Coming back.
Wait, hello, can you hear me?
I was going to say, welcome, certified.
Oh, hi, I'm just going to listen because I'm doing something at the moment. So.
All right. Come in when you want anyway, but you can stay here or mute if you want. Max, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
All right. Yeah, we can hear you now. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me, Stav?
Stav, I can hear you. Certified, can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
Yeah.
I think Nick must be having problems with his connection. He's sort of coming in and out. Can you hear us now, Nick?
He's muted.
Yeah, I hear you.
Get
Let
your
me-
Wi-Fi closer, mate. Are you out in the garden?
me
Get
go-
your Wi-Fi closer.
Let me go somewhere else to be better.
Yeah, I think your connection's bad. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Mm.
Right, can you hear me better now?
Yeah, that's a lot better now. Yeah.
It's a position I was. You know, when I'm in that shed in the garden, it goes a bit funny. So,
Right. Yeah.
all right, go ahead, Max.
Thought so. No, what I was saying about Mike Dean is I did a video about 3 or 4 months ago. This was before, and I touched on Anthony Taylor as well. And Mike Dean has given the most red cards to Chelsea players than any other referee. So a Mike Dean, Anthony Taylor combination is a match made in hell when it comes to Chelsea, because you're not going to be getting help from the VAR officials. And if you remember when Chelsea played Tottenham, remember when that goalkeeper poleaxed Alonso, and not Mike Dean, it was Anthony Taylor who gave a yellow card, I think it was, to Alonso, and rather than giving us a penalty, it was the VAR who came in and said, no, you've got to change that decision, because there was someone else in that VAR box who told him to change that decision. And even the yellow card for, he didn't give that as a red card initially. And again, it was a person in the VAR box who told him to do that. And so I'm expecting better. Okay, even if Anthony Taylor's not giving us decisions, I'm expecting the people in the VAR to give those decisions, because that's what they're in there for. If they're not doing their job properly, then what's the point of VAR? Yeah. So that's my take on that. And on the game, I think, obviously, I just hope we can get our finishing boots. I think we've played the Everton game. We didn't play so well, but I thought we played excellent against Tottenham. Tactically spot on against Tottenham. Leeds, they've had a good start, but they haven't really played anyone of note. So this is going to be their big test. And obviously, I'm not sure. I've just seen the highlights of their game, so I don't know how they're going to fare without their 2 best players. Because you remember, Rafinha and the one who's gone to Man City, his name is Calvin Phillips. Those 2 guys are now missing from their midfield. How much is that going to hurt them? They're always a little bit dodgy at the back as well, and the goalkeeper's got a mistake in him. But we just need to be clinical. We just need to take our chances, and I feel, yeah. But for me, the worry for me is going to be the middle of our park, actually, because with Kante missing, Kante had a brilliant start to the season. I just said, if this boy can stay fit, then it's like a new signing for us, because he looked especially against Tottenham, he ran the show. We've got no cover, so Loftus-Cheek in that pivot, I'm not keen on. Never been keen on that as a pivot. Conor Gallagher, I don't think he's a pivot person neither. He can play that role, but is he going to be disciplined enough for that role? I don't know. So it'll be interesting to see what sort of side he puts out. But that middle of the park is where we need to sort of excel if we're gonna be successful in the game. That's my take on it.
Max, one second. Just like to welcome the chaps in the chat. Selector, Don, Blaze, welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in and subscribing. Liam, as always, you're a great subscriber, great follower. Thanks a lot. And yeah, and everyone else who's there. If you're watching around the world, please subscribe and like the channel. Yes. I was going to ask you, Max. Well, you think Gallagher will get the chance tomorrow? I mean Sunday. Sorry.
I think he'll probably put Loftus-Cheek there, possibly, and then put Aspilicueta at right wing back, simply because that's what he's done before. But I liked Loftus-Cheek as a right wing back, so I think he should. What I would do if I was him, I'll put Gallagher there. I'll keep Loftus-Cheek as the right wing back. The reason being is because I know that Rafinha's gone, but they've also got two good wingers. Harrison is quite a good winger, and that new boy that they've bought, I know he plays in different positions, is it Arneson or whatever. So what we did quite well with Tottenham last week is because of the positions that Loftus-Cheek was taking up, we pushed their wing backs back, then they didn't attack a lot. So if we can get Loftus-Cheek attacking the other way and so give Harrison something to think about defensively, then I think that will work. So yeah, that's what I would do if I was Tuchel.
Yeah, I mean, I think Loftus-Cheek will start a good game, very good game against Tottenham. He was really good. Like with Reece James, it was hard to choose for man of the match. Reece James just made it because he scored that goal. But yeah, Loftus was back to himself against Tottenham. Let's hope he continues that form. Yeah. So yeah, let's go to you, Stav. Max, you want to say anything else about the lineup? Or I'll go to Stav.
The another thing, it's a pity. Obviously, we did a knock to Broja as well, isn't it? Broa as well. So we are at the moment quite light in bodies because I think Tuchel said in his press conference he only had 18 players that he can train with. So
Broja will be out for a few days.
Yeah, just a few days knock. So I'm just hoping. For me, Kai needs to step out now. I don't get me wrong. I thought his general play against Tottenham, I thought was quite good. His movement, his pressing, everything else. But for me, as for a side who lacked goals last season, the season before, the worry is that we're still scoring from set plays and defense. Our attacking players need to step up now and start scoring goals. So I'm just hoping that Kai Havertz can get off the mark, because the longer it takes not to break the duck, then it's going to be playing on him as well. So there's talk about Aubameyang, official bid's been put in today, 15 million plus Alonso. So we'll wait and see what happens on that front as well.
Yeah. Let's go back to Stav. Stav, what do you think? Gallagher will start, or Loftus-Cheek? What do you think?
I think that Tuchel sees Gallagher as a 6, as a DM, so he could start there. Where else is he going to start? Only in the front 3. So, and maybe he's willing to play Ruben there, but I'd rather Ruben didn't, because I agree with Max. Had a really good game at right wing back, and I'd like to see him stay there. But he might have the temptation to put Ruben in the middle, play Aspie, and move Reece back to his normal position. So I can see that as well. But I think that ultimately he does see Gallagher as the Kante / Kovacic guy for the future. Got 13 days left. It's going to be 13 days of upheaval, people coming, people going. So the next 13 days, it's not just going to be on the pitch. It's going to just really heat up now. And I just don't know where we're going to go with all this at the moment. But yeah, I think that's what he'll do. So there's an early prediction for you. He'll move Ruben back into the middle, play Aspie, and put Reece at right wing back. So that's like another change again. I mean, Ampadu's there, and he's played against Udinese. He had that behind closed door game, and he played the other night for the development squad. So he's had some game time. So I'd like to see him maybe tried out in that DM role. But if it's going to be Ruben and Jorginho, I have worries, because I don't know. I just have problems with Jorginho. Just think he's too lightweight, slow.
That's why I want to see Gallagher there in the midfield. I don't know, I don't care wherever. He has to play for me, Gallagher, because Ruben, Jorginho. I think Ruben will go. He might play right wing back, and James will come back right back. I see Gallagher playing tomorrow. Very important, and because of Kansi out now, he's going to get his chance. I know he prefers to play more forward, like Mount position, but Mount will probably stay in his position unless Tuchel does something unexpected and puts Mount back in the field and lets Gallagher back. That's what
I prefer to Gallagher to play that role, because you look at what Kante does. Kante, he's more of a destroyer, isn't he? So, what's his name? Does the sit-in? Jorginho does the sit-in role, and he was all over the park, closing down space, and he was sort of more box to box against Tottenham, and he was going forward a bit. So I think Gallagher is kind of that sort of got that energy to sort of run around the park to try to win the ball and move with the ball, give it play more advanced. So so that for me, I think Mount in that position, it takes a little bit away from his game. I prefer to try Gallagher there, see how it goes.
That's what I'm thinking there, Max, because Mason Mount is not his favourite position. He runs around like we were arguing with Sav last week. He done a lot of running, but where with the ball? I didn't see him hardly at all. And when he had a chance, he missed. I think Gallagher can do a better job up there for me. I'll give him the chance to do that. But now we can't see out, so we have to go with both of them, I think. But it'd be interesting to see where Tuchel puts them. Will he keep sticking with Mount at the same position? Well, he's not really been in the game too much against Tottenham. He wasn't there for me. All right, he pressed and all that, but where did you see him with the ball, running with the ball?
I think he did a great job tactically. Yeah, he does. On the ball, I agree, he could have done a bit more. But tactically, he was one of the reasons why we dominated in possession, because of the positions that he was taking up so I think he did quite well tactically. That's why I think he gets picked a lot, because he knows how to follow a manager's instructions, and he can do that to a T.
Yeah. Well, Nick, what I actually said, you said we were arguing, right?
Yeah.
What I actually said was that Tuchel, right, shifted from one system to the other, and at times Mason had to drop back into the midfield, right?
Yeah, I see that. I see. The only thing is, for me, I want to see Sav, put your mute 1 minute. I want to see him hit the next level where he should be. He's a great player. He should be hitting that level now, scoring goals, shooting from outside the box, like he was at Derby. Where's that gone? And the free kicks he used to take, we don't see it. Even the corner, sometimes it's wasted. He has to improve for me. I know he does a lot of tactical stuff, but it's about time he done more with the ball, and scoring a couple of goals. That's what I'm saying. I want to see him hit the sky, because he can be that player. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. His decision making at times isn't good enough. So there's many times he sort of rushes the cross, or he rushes the shot, or he hasn't got that vision to pick out a pass. So I'm with you, Nick. I think he's got it in his locker. I followed this boy from when he was a kid in the youth team, and he's got those qualities. So I think
I want to see him
step at that level,
become great like John Terry did, like Frank Lampard did. John Terry even more, because he was our youth, cleaning boots, cleaning droppers boots, and all the rest. I want to see Mount the same. I want to see him hit that level, stuff. I don't, I love Mason Mount. He's a true Chelsea guy. I want him to hit that because he's a Chelsea man, Chelsea boy. But he's a man now. So I want him to hit that level and be world class, become that player for us. And then we will, be talking, we'd be going crazy about him. What, like we should be. You know what I'm saying, stuff.
Yeah, Nick, but what I'm saying to you is, right, and I've said this more than once, right? I'm not disagreeing about what Max said about his decision making and stuff like that. But we don't know what Tuchel expects from him. We don't know what Tuchel asks him to do. And I've always said, and I'll repeat it again, that Tuchel's system can sometimes be restrictive on the players who go forward, right? And Jorginho's slowness also impacts on all that, right? I think that given more freedom, given his head, right, Mason would get more goals. But we have to think that everybody has to press. Everybody has a defensive side to their game, right? And during the game, they'll be asked to do things which we don't see, right? As like Max said, that's why he gets picked, because he does what the manager asks him to do. So unless Tuchel's going to turn around and suddenly give everybody the freedom to go and express themselves properly, right, that's not going to change. But also, we have to remember these low block defences can be stifling as well. And yeah, sometimes we do have to shoot from distance. But at least he's not scared to do that. Other people are scared to do.
The problem is,
and what we're forgetting though, guys, is that last season, last season he got double digits goals and assists. So he was doing his job. The reason why I think he's under the spotlight a lot is because a lot of the others weren't doing their job. So if everyone else had the output what Mason Mount had last season, then we would have been challenging better. Yeah, because he got 11 goals. He was our top goal scorer in the league, top assists as well, I think. So yeah, if we had 2 or 3 more of our attackers putting in those sort of numbers, then we probably would have been better off. But as I said, I could see what happened. He's missed some big chances in cup finals, and that's sort of what gets the headlines as well. So
yeah,
sorry, Stav. Well, his comment here. This man. 1 point. This is Sid Huff. Charlie. Give me a beefy. Welcome to the show. 1 point also that I would like to see Havertz in the middle, not Sterling, because Sterling is good on the left wing. Yeah, that I agree with you 100%. I don't want to see Sterling in the middle either. Sterling has to be on the left wing. He's a winger. Yeah, you're absolutely right there, Side Half. Yeah.
Okay, Nick. What was I saying during the summer when we were chasing Sterling? I said he was up in the middle, right? I saw his signing as being someone who's going to play in the middle, right? Because that's the way Tuchel goes, right? Everybody is criticising Callum Hudson-Odoi, Ziyech, Werner, right, Pulisic, but they all end up playing down the middle, right? They either playing the false 9 centrally, or they're in the 2 behind the false 9, and they're all wingers. I mean, Ziyech started 14 games, only 14 league games, created 27 chances, right, and only 4 of them were converted. So that shows the situation, right? And I said from day one, even before we signed him, I said that we'll end up with Sterling down the middle, right? And that's not Havertz either. Right? Havertz is an attacking mid, right, who occasionally played as emergency striker for Leverkusen, right? And Tuchel's trying to like experiment with him and change it. Okay, Tuchel knows him better because he'll have seen him in Germany, right? But for me, I'd just like to see a bit less experimenting. If you've bought Sterling, right, as a left winger, play him as a left winger. Let's have some natural width, right? If you've got Chilwell and now Cucurella, and you've got Reece and Aspie, right? Naturally, they're fullbacks. It's not their attacking is not their natural role. They can still attack at fullback, right? So he's converted them like Conte did it with Moses, right? And Moses was more of a winger. He wasn't really a fullback, right? But because of the way he played and his pace and the way he run, he was awkward to tackle because his legs were everywhere, right? So he was awkward to get in and tackle him. But I just want to see some natural width, right? We're going out with if he's going to buy Aubameyang, right, then play him down the middle. I don't want to see him out on the left or on the right. Play him as a striker, and move Sterling back out to the left, right, and whoever on the right. I mean, you could play Cucurella on that left and move Sterling to the right, and they can interchange because I'm sure Cucurella could play either side, right? So we'll give him natural width. I mean, Callum's going to go. I'll be surprised if he stays. Ziyech's going to go. I'll be surprised if he's going to stay. And you got Pulisic as well, right? So suddenly, natural width is disappearing from the squad. Everyone says, get rid of them, right? Get this player in, get that player. Right, when I go on another channel, that's all I hear. But we're getting rid of players, right, and diminishing the squad depth. It's all very well saying get this player, get that player, right? And if you end up with a 20-man squad, right, you're diminishing the depth of the squad. So, like I said, I always expected Sterling to go into the middle. That's what I always expected him. Even before we signed him, when they were just talking about him, I said he'll bring him in and he'll play him in the middle. So I'm hoping he's going after Aubameyang so he can move Sterling either just behind him or out left. But we'll see. We're not going to see the real Chelsea, I don't think, until September. I think once the window's shut, he's got the players he wants and he's integrated them, right? September, we'll start seeing them. We're going to go into the Carabao Cup. We're going to have Champions League. So the games are going to come thick and fast. And that's when we're going to start seeing how he plans to use the players. And don't forget the Champions League has to be finished a month early. So them games are going to be squeezed in. Carabao Cup. So I'll be interested to see what other players are coming in. But I don't think the current squad, as it is, right, is good enough to win the league, as it is. So let's see what he brings in. I still don't think we'll win the league.
No, I don't think so. He made a good point, though, in the press conference, because what he said in the press conference was that he's not going to be letting people go until people are coming in. So I can't see Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi, and and again, I can't even see two of them leaving if we don't get somebody in, because he'd already mentioned what you just said, Stav, where we're going to be having games thick and fast. Obviously now we can cope now because it's only one game a week, but in a couple of weeks' time we play Southampton, and then we start to get into like Carabao Cup and, as you said, Champions League, and this is where you utilise the squad. So if you notice the last few years with us, the issue has been that the squad depth has not been good enough because or Tuchel didn't trust the players that he had as well. Because okay, we had those two injuries to James and Chilwell, but when we had the injuries, COVID hit and everything else, that's why when we were top of the league and then we've tailed off because the people who came in they didn't do a good enough job as our first 11 or no, we haven't got a first 11, but some of the people who came in weren't really performing to those standards. That's why we dropped off a bit as well. So if we try to get back to the place where we were before with 2 good players in every position, then it doesn't matter. That's why I'm glad what we did with Cucurella, because now we haven't got a massive drop off with Chilwell, Cucurella. So we've got 2 good players in that position. If Loftus-Cheek can prove that he can play as that right wing back consistently against good opposition, because Tottenham were quite good, he proved that if he can be consistent, that's good. My worry about Loftus-Cheek though is the fact that his body is very frail, and not when I say he's a physical specimen, but injury-wise, I'm saying, because he's throughout his career, even when he was a youth team player, he's always been riddled with injuries. So I can see him playing 2 or 3 games in a row, then getting a niggly injury, or his performance levels drop, because his fitness over a period of games has not been good. That's why you never see him having a long run in the team. I hope I'm wrong. I hope he's improved that side of his. Again, as I said, it's not his fault, because from a young age he's had back problems and he's had an Achilles heel injury and he's had other injuries as well. But I just think
we lost Max there suddenly. Must be connection. Stav, Sid is saying, I don't agree with you, Stav. These players will bring the morale of the team down. If Tuchel won't score Naba in place of Cho and Ziyech, then it's...
What did I say? What did I say? I said that Ziyech's going to go. I said that Cho's probably going to go, right?
Yeah.
I said we need to make sure that the targets are coming in before they go. Didn't say keep them, right? I'm quite happy to use Chuka, whatever his name is, right, if needs be, right? I'm quite happy for Gallagher to get a game. I would have kept Billy Gilmore as well, right? So all this, right, in answer to Siddharth, whatever his name is, because I can't see it big, Siddharth Shabani or something. Anyway, I said Ziyech's going to go. I said.
Hold on.
Yeah.
His name is Sid. Sid. We call him Sid. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I said they're going to go. Right.
Yeah.
I just said that nobody should be leaving, like Tuchel said, until someone comes in. What are you going to do? What are we going to do? Right. If Everton stick to their guns and we don't get Gordon, what are we going to do? Right. If Aubameyang comes in, right, and we don't know what his attitude's going to be like. All right, he's been okay at Barca, but he's been there 3 or 4 months, and I'm not like going to pretend that he maybe hasn't got an attitude problem, right? Well, I said they're going to go, and I said if the targets come in, I said right, the next 13 days are going to be up in the air, and everything's going to be right. What's the words? Are going to be unpredictable, right? I didn't say that they shouldn't go. I said they shouldn't go unless we get the targets.
Yeah, you did. You did actually. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so, let's see if we do get Gordon. It's a big move. We're still talking with Everton and the player apparently. I mean, he can become a great player. I mean, any player, any young player, if they really want to, they can. Well, they need luck as well, of course. But Gordon is a great talent for me. I've seen him a few times, but he's young, and that's a good thing. And he can be a great player, but also he can work the other way. Every player you buy is a gamble. It doesn't matter who it is. Could be the best player in the world, and he comes to Chelsea and flops. it can happen. Yeah, Max is back with us. Max, what do you think about these comments here? As Sid is saying, Gordon is the one who can compete with Ruben on that right wing back. What do you think, Max?
Yeah, it can work. He's a direct runner. He's pacey. He's got some skill. And what I like about him is his attitude. At a young age, for Everton last season, when they were struggling, he was one of the ones that they looked upon. It wasn't the older pros. It was people like him. I think it was him, Richarlison, I suppose. Yeah, but those two were their go-to people. So he proved that he had a fight for it with the relegation. He proved that he was capable of performing well. And that's what I like, players with good attitudes and ability, because this ability on its own is not enough for me. You have to have a good attitude and willing to learn, willing to grow. And he looks like that sort of player who can do that.
It's good, we need two players in every position. So, coming up to next year, right, this season, like I said, I think we will get close. We will finish second. I'm sticking to my prediction. But I see us winning the league next season. If we get Gordon as well and Fofana, I really think we can do it next year. But it will take time this season for everyone to blend, of course. But we will challenge. We will be up there. And there's another point here from Sid. We can ask, about Billy Gilmore. For me, Billy Gilmore, I'm really gutted that he's not staying at Chelsea. They're thinking about a loan now. They're thinking about a permanent move. I hate to see him go. He's got talent, that boy, and we're going to regret it if he goes, because he will become a great player. Yeah, like Sid is saying, let's put it up. Billy would have been perfect replacement for Jorginho if he is injured. Yeah, of course. Even if Jorginho was here, I still want Billy here. For me, he would have
been. Just one last thing before I go. Yeah, just one last thing. Just on the youth thing as well. What I found interesting is that Neil Bath has been leaned on heavily to look at the recruitment of some of these players, because the Aston Villa guy who came in, how do you pronounce his name? Chukwuemeka, I think it is. And
Baker, I think it is.
Yeah, yes, yeah, and the other guy, the Italian guy, that's the other, and those guys, he has had an input. Neil, he's been asked by Todd Bowley, and he was the one who was involved in talks apparently to get these players across the line, and that fills me with confidence. Okay, I know about people saying about Gallagher and everything else, but we are looking at the future, and the fact that Neil Bath is getting involved, because what we haven't had, we've had Neil Bath and his scouts are very good at picking players for our academy. As you can see how good our academy is, so they've got they know how to spot talent. The first team scouting, I've got reservations about. McLaughlin, I've never rated him, and the way he scouts players as well. So if we're looking at the players, with people like Jorginho, older, as is Kante. So we're looking at a succession plan for those players by getting in the best talent across the world. And it's not finished there, apparently, because what we are going to be doing as well is going to be looking at the South American market and getting the best players from that area as well. There's talk about that young kid, isn't there? Endrick, his name is, I think, and some others who we'll be looking at in the South American market. So that's good, because in the past, why we've fallen down of late, because when we were at the top, we didn't have a proper succession plan. So that's why we kind of dropped off. When Jose came second time, we just didn't build on the players that we had, with Fabregas and Costa, people like that. The players we got in afterwards were not off that ability. We weren't scouting properly for these players, and we weren't looking at what the manager wanted as well. So I think the manager, how we want to play, the style of play we want, and the sort of players who can fit into that style of play. So it will be really interesting to see how things develop over the next couple of seasons with these new signings that we're getting. Yeah, and that's it. I need to rush now. So
I just want to say thank you for coming, for the first time on our panel. But it's always great to, and Max, Max has his own channel, ballers on YouTube. I invite you to go and check his channel because he has great content.
What's up, Nick?
Yeah.
What's up, Nick?
Yeah. Cheers. Thanks.
Yeah. No, that's no problem. Yeah, and
Okay then.
Yeah. See you.
Yeah. Thanks for having me anyway, and and all the best. And
always. Yeah. For you always.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll catch you guys later. All the best. Yeah. Take care. All right, and Stav, all the rest of you. Take care.
See you later, Max.
Yeah.
I'm on now. Nick.
Yeah. Hi, Certify. I see you're back with us.
Hi. What's up?
Yeah.
So
let's ask this question before we move on. Sid says Billy would have been perfect replacement for Jorginho if he is injured. Can you go? You can answer that if you want.
Yeah, I would have picked Billy anyway. Jorginho.
Certified, you there?
We can answer that question, yeah.
Yeah, go.
All right. I just want to talk about this game, going with Leeds. So.
Yeah, we're gonna do answer the question, then we're gonna move on to the game.
Okay, then. All right. Yeah. If Jorginho is injured, the thing is, I don't know because the guy will start regardless. You know my stance on Jorginho, so that's the thing. But it would be good to see Billy start because Leeds, we don't really find them as a hard team. For me, it's not really a hard team. We can beat them. I think this is a game to experiment. It was just I was questioning the games like Everton and Tottenham about experimenting because Everton, we'd have a great record there, and Tottenham are getting strong now. But I think this is a team to experiment Billy. But then I know Jorginho will start there regardless. But that midfield injury thing is just it's worrying, man. But yeah.
Stav, you want to answer that as well?
I already answered it. I said even if Jorginho's fit, I'd still pick Billy ahead of him. He's too slow. End of story. He's too slow. Easily closed down. Like, listen, carry on for 2 minutes without me. Yeah. Carry on without me for 2 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So. Yeah, for me, everyone knows what I think of Billy Gilmore, Certified stuff. Everyone, I hope he stays at Chelsea. The worry, the worst to the worst, we send him on loan to a proper team, not Norwich, to a proper Premiership team, if he accepts that, But I hope we don't get rid of Billy Gilmore because that guy, he's got something. You show it when he plays for Scotland.
Even Gallagher.
Yeah, Gallagher. Yeah, we come to Gallagher after. But Billy Gilmore's got something. Man of the match every time he plays for Scotland. He's an international, the kid. When he played with us 3 times, the man of the match against Liverpool. We don't forget those performances. Yeah, and he's got a long way to go. So I hope Tuchel stops this nonsense about, he's too short. That doesn't make sense for me. We had how many times Certified we've been on the streams and spaces talking about short players. We had the best short players in the world. We had Dennis Wise. We had Ian Britton even before, if you remember. As older fans, we know, but we had Graham Wilkins. He wasn't tall. He was short, but he was
I remember Ray Wilkins.
Remember Graham Wilkins, Certified? What a
such
player.
A great player. I've literally seen his documentaries.
Yeah, and he died young. Another one. We had so many. I could Petrescu. He was short, world class. You know, so that
Zola.
Zola, yeah, we can go on and on about short players, you know, which Chelsea had, and they're all great. But, you know, that's what the rumours were. You know, I didn't hear Tuchel say that, but the rumours, you know, maybe he didn't say that, but people are saying he did, so I don't know really. But I don't, you know, I trust Tuchel, you know, to get everything going again. He proved us last week with his tactics. He fought Conte, you know, you know, as he always does. He done it to him last year 3 times. And really, the win was ours, but they took it away from us, as we know. Yeah. Yeah, go on, Certifier. Let's move on to Gallagher, like you said.
Yeah, Gallagher, I think will start this game. But I like a Gallagher. But I think Gallagher's not that player that tracks back when he loses the ball. That's the problem. And you know the difference between Kante is that Kante he can track back when Jorginho's not doing the defensive work right or when he's too slow. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know how Gallagher's gonna handle playing with Jorginho. I can't lie to you because I can't. I'm not. Jorginho's not. He's not a horrible player. I just think he just needs to be a little bit quicker and a bit more stronger. Which I kind of can't lie. This guy, he's gotten a bit weaker. Over the years, he wasn't like. I think one of his best seasons were with Surrey, which I don't know why Chelsea fans hated him like that. It was kind of toxic. I was at the Chelsea City game when Jorginho went off the pitch. I think we won 2-0. Both teams used to force 9 in that game, but Aguero wasn't playing. But yeah, when he was coming off the pitch, I heard "Get off the pitch, man, you idiot, man," or something. I was annoyed because this guy was good. I think Sarri really got him to play fast or something. But I think when he stayed, some confidence, he didn't get the confidence he had with Sarri, which led to Lampard benching him. Which you can clearly see why Lampard benched him. Anyways, he was even supposed to be gone because this guy's too slow and he doesn't suit attacking football. But I think Gallagher will be great going forward. But I question Gallagher's work rate trying to recover and get the ball. I'm hoping Leeds he can do it, but we'll have to see. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're going to go into the lineups when stuff comes back. Yeah, I mean, for me, you know, I think of Conor Gallagher. I think, you know, he will play tomorrow because, you know, Kante's out. And sorry, I've got a bit of cough. Yeah, Kante's out for a few weeks. A few weeks. Sorry. Yeah, a few weeks, I'm afraid. We're definitely going to miss N'Golo Kante. There's no other player on the planet like him. Like Tuchel was saying today, you know, now, you know, he was 100%. He was, you know, going everywhere up and down, like we always see when he's, you know, not injured. And we're going to miss him. Now we have Kovacic is out. We can't, you know, even play cover. And so it looks like Jorginho will play for sure. Who's going to go in that next to him? It's got to be Gallagher, I think. Mason Mount will probably play the same position unless Tuchel does what I want him to do and put Gallagher more forward and put Mount for the back in the midfield. I can see Gallagher scoring, that's why. What do you think, Certified?
Do you mean Gallagher's a right winger?
No, I mean, put Gallagher where Mason Mount's playing and put Mason Mount next to Jorginho.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm thinking because you Gallagher more forward because he's
okay.
he can create chances and he can score.
That's facts. That's what I've been thinking. That's what I've been thinking.
Yeah.
But then when I suggested it, I got called stupid for it. I'm glad you agreed with. I'm glad you agreed because I can't lie.
Yeah,
I was thinking of Gallagher playing forward.
Yeah, I said it today when Max Borders was here as well, and he agrees. You know, that is a good possibility. If Tuchel risks it, we don't know. But I want to see that because I know Gallagher can score. and I know he can create it. Look, how many times did he do it for Palace? How many times?
Yeah, but Tuchel, he's not a person I would take risks. He's just a bit too naive.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Look, we're gonna see, but we're gonna do the lineups when Staff gets back. He had to do something. Staff,
I'm back. I'm back. I'm back.
Yeah, okay. Let's get to the lineups. People in the chat can name their players as well. We start off with you, Staff. Right, let's go with probably be a back three, back five tomorrow, I think. I don't think he will go back. But you never know with Tuchel. You might do it against Leeds. Let's see what you think, Staff. Name us the back five. With the goalkeeper.
Yeah, well, it's going to be Mendy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it'll be the same as last week, with Aspie coming in and Reece moving into his normal position and Cucurella on the other side. Centre mids, I think it'll be Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Jorginho.
Yeah, I said
hold on. We
ain't got to the midfield yet. Now the back. I want to know the back. The goalkeeper.
Saving time.
Huh?
I was saving your time.
No, yeah. No, we're doing
Aspie.
like this.
I said same as last week, right? Aspie, Silva, Koulibaly, right? And Cucurella and Reece instead of Ruben, right wing back.
Yeah, certified. What do you think?
Yeah, so like my lineup, I think Mendy in goal, Cucurella on left wing back, in left mid, centre back, Koulibaly, Thiago Silva, and Aspilicueta. No. Koulibaly, Thiago Silva, and Reece James. On the right wing back, I have Loftus-Cheek. Yeah, that's my back five.
That's what I'll go with as well. Definitely. Cucurella will start. I think Chilwell. I don't think he's ready to start tomorrow or Sunday. So it'd be Cucurella left wing back. It'd be Koulibaly, Silva, and like Certified said, I think it will be Reece James. Right wing back, I think it will be Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Let's go to the midfield stuff.
Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Jorginho.
Okay. So, Certified?
Jorginho and Gallagher.
Okay, and for me, I want to see Gallagher. I know it's a risk, if Tuchel does it or not, but I want to see. We know Jorginho's going to play. There's no cover, no Kanté. I want to see Gallagher, but I don't want to see him next to Jorginho. I want to see Mason Mount with Jorginho. I know he ain't going to do this too good, but this is what I want. I want to see Gallagher next to Jorginho. Stuff. Let's go forward.
The front three will be the same as last week.
Yeah, Sterling, Havertz, and you're going for Mount, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right, Certified?
Yep, same as last week.
Yeah. For me, I know it's going to be the same as last week, but I just want Tuchel to risk a few things and put Sterling left wing, Havertz, where he is, 4-9, and bring me Gallagher to where Mason Mount has been playing, because I think he can score. Like I said before, I think he's got more creativity for the Mount, and I think he can score more chance of Gallagher scoring than Mason Mount right now. I don't want to see.
Right.
I just want to see something different. I'm fed up seeing the same top three all the time. You understand?
Yeah, Nick, let me tell you something.
Yeah, go on.
The thing is that I think the thing is with Gallagher is that Gallagher suits only for attacking positions. He's not a cent. I don't see him as a centre mid player that's going to stay back and drop. That's why we failed a lot when we played Arsenal in that pre-season because this guy's not a DM. This guy is an attacking midfielder. That's why I say if Gallagher, if we, I'm not saying we should, but if we were to change our formation to like a four at the back with a cam, that's where Gallagher will get the most game time, in my opinion, because this guy, he's a very good attack, he's very good creatively, but I would love to see Gallagher playing in Mount's position in the front three, but I doubt Tuchel does it. But I'll be happy. But I think this is the game to experiment that because I don't see Leeds as a very, very, very tough opponent. You get what I'm saying?
No, I think Leeds will give us a game. It's tradition certified. Leeds
Yeah,
will be up for
but
the
this,
crown.
yeah,
Be up for it because it's Chelsea Leeds is always a great game, always physical. It's going to be like that. But I just want to see Tuchel do something different. If I want to see Gallagher start the game and up, up with top three. Put Mason Mount in the middle. Let's see how he goes with Jorginho. Experiment, like you said. It's gonna be a hard game, but our players are much better than this Leeds team. So we should, whatever happens, we should winning this game. Like I said against Tottenham, I won't take nothing but the win, and we did win really. And the same goes with Leeds. But it will be harder than the home Tottenham game for me because Leeds at Ellen Road is a different animal when it comes to Chelsea. Yeah, that's what I want to say about that. Anything else,
yeah.
Stav? Yeah, certified. Yeah.
Tav, do you wanna go?
Yeah, anyone?
Go on. If you've got something to say, certified, go ahead.
Yeah.
All right then, cool. Yeah, Nick, I saw you're going to the Chelsea Leicester game, innit?
Yeah, thank God. Thanks to my
Yeah.
friend in the middle, Mr. Stav Sodiragi.
Oh, so Draki.
Thanks to him, he arranged it for me to get his friend's season ticket because
All
he lives.
right.
So I'm meeting his brother at the Stamford Bridge. Yeah,
Okay then.
yeah. So
Stav, you and Stav are going, or
now
just you?
just stuff is in Cyprus, but and
Okay.
the guy who with us is in Cyprus, and his brother's gonna meet me at the bridge.
Yeah,
He's
honestly, I would have been to games right now, but I'm in Africa right now. I'm in Uganda, but I'm coming back on September.
again. I'd like to say thanks to staff for arranging it. What a guy you are, staff. You saved my life, honestly. Yeah. If only Anthony Taylor was there, I will fly from that East Stand and
Yeah, and you would end up getting Aggie, whose season ticket it is. You would end up getting him banned, wouldn't you?
yeah, I wouldn't do that. I'm joking.
He doesn't. He does. But I think the ticket's in Matthew Harding upper.
Is it? Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's even better. God. Yeah, that East Stand, oh, your God. It's not like it used to be in the old days when they actually sang. They don't sing
I really don't
anymore.
like the Matthew Harding.
Why? It's a good atmosphere. Matthew Harding up.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I was at that game. Let me tell you something. I was at that game when Chelsea played Arsenal and they came back 3-2. And I love limbs, but when I'm in it, it's a nightmare. When I'm in the limbs, it's a nightmare. I'm getting crushed. Nah, I can't have it. The Matthew Harding's done. When Alonso scored that last goal, people tried to run. Literally, I got crushed. Nah, that's never again.
I know. My favorite spot, I told you it's
Yeah,
the West. But,
but
and
that's a standing though, isn't it?
the Matthew Harding upper, I think it's all standing now, even the upper. So I don't mind because you've got the bars to lean on anyway. But yeah, I mean, I don't care where I'll be really. It's the first game for me this season. So, I'm just glad the staff sorted me out. Yeah. I can't
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
And I'm trying to get the ticket for Liverpool, Chelsea, Liverpool, but I'll see how it goes on.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard. You have to.
That's gonna be hard, but I eventually
Yeah,
get the tickets for the big games. I don't know how.
yeah. I mean, before stuff you mentioned his friend. I was on the, remember I didn't get one. I went on the ticket exchange. I nearly got the ticket I wanted, but it kept going. Every time I pressed the button, someone else took it, and then stuff came along and saved me. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. I'd like to meet you one day up there, certified. We will do that one day. Yeah,
Yeah, one day we'll meet each other. But
yeah, of
I'll
course.
try to go Liverpool. But I really
So,
didn't get. I didn't really preview the match properly, the Chelsea Leeds. But let me just tell you what I expect from that game for tomorrow. I
yeah,
know this Leeds. I think this Leeds stadium will be mad.
mm,
That atmosphere is scary, and I
yeah,
hope the players can handle it. I've even heard. I was on a space yesterday with Victoria. I don't know if you know her from Twitter, the
yeah,
Leeds
yeah,
fan.
yeah.
Yeah, I was on. She said even some of their players are intimidated of their own atmosphere. Do you get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
That's the thing.
I know Leeds fans. Throughout the years, they're very passionate. Very passionate, like we are, most of us. Sorry, and that's why it's always a great atmosphere at the bridge or at Ellen Road. It's an unbelievable atmosphere. I was there last year when we won 3-2, and you see what happened at the end. Big fight with the players, Rudiger going crazy, and that's what it's always Leeds Chelsea games.
Yeah,
It's
I was
always,
there as well.
in the past, in the 70s, from that FA Cup final, it hasn't changed even up to now. Yeah. What's your scoreline, certified tomorrow, Sunday?
If we played the way we did at Tottenham, I think we could score a lot of goals. Probably 3-0. But I
Good.
think I'm expecting the same performance against Tottenham. Yeah, basically. Yeah, I think I'm expecting that basically, and a bit more
Yeah.
forward, more dribbling, just more dribbling. We need to take on some more players, but yeah, otherwise that we should be able to win. I'll be very disappointed if we don't win this game,
Mm.
and
We have
you'll not see me happy.
no. We have to win to keep with City, and move ahead of Liverpool even more. Like I said, we're going to finish second. Yeah, go on, Stav. What do you think about the game?
Well, their manager was the manager of Red Red Bull Leipzig, wasn't he?
Yes. Yeah.
So, and they play a high line defence normally. Whether he does that against us, I don't know. But 3-1.
I always, yeah, yeah. You always say you said 2-2. You got it spot on. I hope you're spot on Sunday 3-1. I think me myself, I'm not getting that excited. I want a clean sheet. I want to see, you know, a good performance. If we play like we did against Tottenham, we're winning. There's no other way. We're winning the game. But we have to perform the same. Like Tuchel said today, we perform like that, we're winning. And I'm going for a 2-0 away win because I really think it's about time we had a clean sheet. Yeah, 2-0 for me. Yeah, I
Well, we
think.
had one at Everton.
Sorry?
We had a clean sheet at Everton.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the Tottenham game really put me down. Them two goals, which wasn't. I can't forget that. I can't get it out of my system.
Don't worry, we'll do them in there. We'll do them at the White Hart Lane. Don't worry,
Oh,
we'll do them in that Shy Hart Lane.
I want to be for sure at White Hart Lane. I hope my friend, Stav's friend, sorts me out there. I really
Have a
want to.
word with them.
Sorry? Yeah, I
Have
have.
a word with them.
Stav, I have. I talked to him. Peter's a great guy. He's very busy, so we can't talk too long. But I do text him, and he seems a genuine guy. Yeah.
Well, just tell him in advance you want to go to Tottenham.
Yeah, I'll tell
Right?
him.
And it's not called White Hart Lane anymore, is it?
No,
It's the Tottenham Stadium.
Yeah, I always call it White Hart Lane.
Yeah,
White,
same. I don't know why.
yeah, what?
I've been
Not
there loads of times.
stuff. You know what we used to call it? Do
Yeah,
you remember
White Lane.
White something Lane?
Yeah, you can wait when you
White.
were lane.
We used to call it White Spaz Lane 35 years ago. Just
That's a great name. Great
White
name.
Spaz. Yeah,
White Spout Lane. Great name.
yeah,
Great
they
name.
deserve.
You know, you
Yeah,
see some Tottenham fan yesterday was talking on the space. He was celebrating. Let me tell you something.
go on.
Honestly, we need to congratulate Tottenham because for getting their first trophy in 14, ending their trophy draw in 14 years, getting a point at Stamford Bridge.
Imagine, imagine, imagine if they got a 3-2. Imagine what would happen. You know,
The thing
imagine.
is, let me tell you something.
Yeah,
Instead of collecting trophies, their cabinet is collecting dust, so they just need to wipe it.
yeah, you're right. I mean,
It's true.
it's true. I know. I know. You know, my brother's a Tottenham fan, and he agrees everything. You know, Anthony Taylor, Mike Dean, he saw everything. He's a die-hard Tottenham fan, but he's mature and he talks the truth. You know, they cheated us, and you know, he's watching this right now from Cyprus stuff. He's got a house in Cyprus. He's there right now, and he's watching us live. Yeah,
Hello.
yeah, yeah. He's say hello to my brother Mario. Yeah,
Hello, Mario.
yeah. So, yeah. Anything else anyone wants to say before we go? I think we had a good discussion really for everything with Max and stuff, and certified coming in a bit late, but never late than never. Yeah. What's your
Yeah, man.
any final thoughts?
Yeah, and also, what's it called? You see the Liverpool. What we saying about Liverpool? Because these men don't look that threatening.
No,
Without Mane, I think I'm not even joking.
they miss badly. I think. Yeah, they're missing Malney, and look, their midfield and their defense. All they got is Van Dijk at the back. The others, they're not there. They got
I
Matip.
think,
Yeah.
yeah,
Even with them, I still think we're gonna finish above them. Like I said, I keep
that's
too
the
much.
thing.
I said we finished second, and I'm sticking with that. And next year we're gonna win the league.
To
And
be fair,
South is gonna fly to Cyprus and meet us at Stamford
yeah,
Bridge. Imagine. Yeah.
yeah, man.
I'm
And you
I'm
see
in a
with
wheelchair.
Liverpool,
I can't fly anymore.
You can't fly
yeah,
us. Oh yeah,
I'm
sorry.
in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I know you are. I don't think straight. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
over in 2019. That was the last time I was over.
Yeah. Got.
But I've
Yeah.
got
I know.
a lot worse since then.
I know you've got problems. I know. Uh,
let me
it's like,
let me tell you the thing with Liverpool.
yeah.
The thing with Liverpool is that I think there's certain players their fans don't hold accountable. Like if you look at Van Dijk, would you say it was the same Van Dijk that won the Champions League and won the league ever since his injury? He's
After
not, but people are still claiming he's the best in the world.
he's
He's not at the moment. He's not. I
no.
think there's better centre backs than him.
Look at Thiago Silva. You can't put Van Dijk
That's
with
what I'm
Thiago.
saying. Or
That's
Rudiger.
yeah, exactly. Or Koulibaly. Look at Koulibaly. Van Dijk is not the guy he was. That's why Liverpool. They won't struggle. They're going to get in the top four. I think they'll be third and Tottenham fourth, like I said. Yeah, so I have to end it now because we said everything, and we're going to have after the match, of course. Sunday we're playing, probably maybe Sunday or maybe Monday. Monday 7:00, our usual time, for the post match reports, the show. We can talk about hopefully a win. Let's hope so. Yeah. So thanks guys for coming. Yeah, Matt. Go ahead,
Thanks a lot,
Stav.
Nick. Yeah.
Yeah, Stav. You want to say anything else?
Yeah, it's earlier kick-off Sunday, isn't it? So you
Yeah,
could do it in the evening.
Sunday's 2 o'clock afternoon. So it's going to be 4 o'clock in Cyprus.
When?
2 o'clock kickoff.
Yeah, so it finishes early, doesn't it?
Yeah. I've got something. I've got the whole family coming on Sunday. That's
You're getting
why.
the barbecue out.
Yeah, because since I've been here 4 years, since I moved the house, they haven't even been here for 4 years. Like my one sister, yes, but the other one hasn't. She's going to come for the first time. So for my mum is getting very old, and she wants to see the whole family, and she's, like I said before, she always was with me, my mother. From the other house I had, she was with me, but now she lives up the road because that I don't want to go into it, it's a long story, but yeah, my mum wants to see the whole family together, except my brother's in Cyprus, he won't make it.
Yeah,
But the
where
rest,
is he?
yeah, sorry,
Where is he in Cyprus?
he's in near Ayia Napa. He's got a house not far from Ayia Napa. What's the area called again? That church, the church. I forgot the Ayia something. I forgot now. Yeah, it's near Ayia. There's a lot of houses.
Ayafekla.
English people live there. A lot of it's all English people.
Ayafekla.
Yeah, that's it. Ayia Fekla. Yeah, that's what it is.
Near the market.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Wait, Nick.
Yeah. Anyway, we're
Are
going to
you and
end it.
Stav related?
No, I haven't seen stuff in real life.
Oh! I was just asking.
No, we're very good friends from on the channels. What channel was it, stuff we
Oh,
met?
okay.
The first time it wasn't Coach channel, it was someone else.
No, it was Coach's channel.
Was it? Oh yeah. When he just started, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. When he started going live, because his programs used to be recorded, didn't they?
Yeah, I remember. It was mainly you. Then I come. It was certified. It was Stav and Coach. Stav done all the talking. He done all the business, and I came along and we
Okay.
met. And that's why Coach is trying to, advertise our channel as well. We have a few from Coach follows actually. Better than, we're getting there. It takes time. We will get there.
For me, the game for me starts at 4 p.m. from where I am.
Yeah.
The game for me starts at 4.
Okay.
From where I am.
Yeah, for me it's to record it and make sure no one tells me the score because I have to do the cook all the food. So after
That's the thing. I don't know if I'll be watching as well because I'm going to a party on Sunday. So yeah.
Yeah, you can record it, of course, and watch it after. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I'll watch it after. But I hope what we do is good. And there's been some games where there's literally been some games like that the West Brom game. I was out somewhere and the way I saw those goals fly in, ping notification 5-1, ping. Remember when there's 4-3? I didn't like it. I was like, no, this is serious.
Crazy game.
But yeah.
Anyway, I have to end it here. Thanks, chaps, for coming as always. And we'll probably be back Monday with longer time as well. Yeah. So thanks for coming to Stav and Certify. Max, who was here before, and Addy, he was here, but he had technical problems. My partner Addy, he's my partner for the channel, The Real Chelsea. He couldn't be on here tonight. Let's hope he gets his connections fixed for Monday. And thanks for everyone in the chat who came along, subscribed, and I appreciate that very much. Thanks to Sid, Green Turf, Sid, yes, I said Sid, Selector, Don Blaze, Liam Lane, as always, and the rest of you who watch the stream. Thanks a lot. God bless you all, and good night. Yeah.